Got a little sunrise money shot with Mushroom in the car.
And Mimi.
And Mimi in the back. Very nice.
I'm going to hike.
You going to hike, Mushroom?
Yeah.
All right. We made it back. We made it back to McAfee's Knob, y'all. Thanks so much to Mimi and Mushroom. And it looks like they're coming along with me.
Yeah, we're going to hike there.
Oh yeah? How far are you going?
White place. White place.
Okay. All right. So it's day 28 today. We're gonna get started. Gonna go to finish off this Triple Crown. Got to get those Tinker Cliffs. I mean, not the Dragon Tooth. I did the Tinker Cliffs, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll see how far I get. All right. Let's go hiking. What do you say?
Let's go hiking.
Okay.
We'll follow you. Okay.
Mimi's done. Okay. Bye-bye.
I think we got to get a little bit.
Wait. Let me give Mimi a hug. Thanks, Mimi, for coming and getting them.
Be safe.
Okay.
Okay, follow you there. Okay, I'll be back, Mimi.
Alrighty.
You see a fan today.
Yeah, I saw a fan today. We got out of the car and they rolled on up and said, "Aren't you Mushroom and Pink Hot Dog?"
Her name is Dawn.
His name was Don. That's pretty awesome, man. All right, they're just out for a section hike. And me too. I'm doing a section hike all the way down to Georgia. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this away and I'm gonna get on hiking. Ooh, my fancy new shoes, everybody. Alrighty, back on the trail again. Little housekeeping for y'all. I think I might have forgotten to mention that we're on 37 through hikers. I saw 14 on day 25 when I last left you on the trail. That was a big day, and I suspect it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger as I continue to move south. So we're at 37. Let's see how many we pick up today. And just a little bit of gear talk for y'all, all you gearheads out there. I switched from my 10-degree quilt to my 30-degree quilt back from where I started at. But I've added my sleeping bag liner too, just in case I get a real cold night. That'll add another maybe 10 degrees to my warmth. Plus, if I don't need it for that, then I'll just use it as a bed sheet cover over my sleeping pad. We used that pretty much the whole summer last year, and it was really nice to sleep on that silk liner. And that silk liner only weighs like 5 ounces, so it's not even half a pound worth of weight. It's worth it for me anyways to have that along. I like that, having that. I've really cut back on my clothes. Really right now I'm down to just a pair of socks. I have an extra shirt, a short sleeve shirt, to wear when it really starts getting hot outside. And that's it as far as extra clothes. I do have a pair of gloves and my beanie still. I'll get rid of those later, but right now I'll carry those in case, once again, I run into cold weather. I got rid of my puffy. My R1 should do just fine as far as keeping me warm most times. And if I need extra warmth, I'll just use my rain jacket over the top of my puffy. And if it's really cold, then I'll just get in my bag in my quilt and just warm up that way if I have to too. Same thing with my shorts. I'm only going to be using my rain pants as an additional source of warmth if I need it. Yeah, I think so. Those are the major changes. I did add a little transfer, fuel transfer gizmo that allows me to transfer fuel from one canister to another. And if I get a chance when I'm in hostel sometime, I'll show you how that works. But the deeper I get into bubble territory, I'm worried that maybe fuel supplies are going to be low or non-existent. But there's always half cans of fuel at the hostels. So I can use this little gizmo to fill up my fuel can that I currently have, and that should be helpful as well. I think that's just about it, what I changed. it's definitely lowered my pack weight. Of course, I have 3.5 days of food on my back right now, so my pack's probably 18 pounds right now, but when the food's all gone, it'll only weigh about 13 or so. And yeah, so I think that's about it as far as the gear is concerned. We'll see how things go, but you know, you take your chances a little bit, but I did it so I could lighten my load. Climbing again is a little bit difficult. Just got to get your sea legs back under you and everything will be good. Oh, and as I showed you before, I added a new pair of shoes. Usually I wait until about 400 miles to change my shoes, but the ones I was wearing kind of were wearing out on the inside. So I decided to just go ahead and change out now. That way I don't have to have any sent to me. So yeah, that's it as far as gear is concerned. No other big changes there. And my backpack feels really nice now. That 10-degree bag really sucked up a lot of space in my bag. So it's nice to have that out of there. I can actually close my bag even with 3.5 days of food in it. All right, time to shut this off and get to climbing. Woo-wee doggy. I've only been gone 2 days. It's still as hard as it ever was to get up these mountains. Gravity's a real thing, in case you were wondering. I'll check back with y'all in a little bit. Just got number 38 and 39, Lumberjack and Ope. I think Ope was a homage to Opie from Andy Griffith's show. He kind of looks a little bit like Opie. So, yeah, those guys are cool, man. They are rocking, and they say they are doing 30s and hopping from town to town and enjoying themselves. Lumberjack said he flip-flopped the CVT last year, so he's back out hiking. I tell you, you know, once you get that hiking blood boiling, it don't want to stop. You want to keep going. At least I do. Well, maybe not everybody, but at least I do. So, coolio, 39 of them so far. Alrighty. I'm heading towards the Dragon Tooth today, y'all. Last jewel in the Triple Crown. And then after that, we got to get up to the Audie Murphy Monument. And once we pay our respects to the monument, then we head downtown and cross over to the Ridge and Valley Province. And then we'll spend the next 7 to 10 days over there doing the exercise of climbing, ridge walking, going down. Climbing, ridge walking, going down. Rinse and repeat. So, wow. It's really cool to see through hikers and talk to them when they stop and want to talk to you and just tell you what's up and what kind of fun they're having. They guys are just cruising right along and having a great time. It's good to see the smiles on their face and the excitement in their eyes. Looks like I got another one coming up here on me now. So I'll get back with y'all later. And boom, we out just on the bottom, coming out on this pasture. But right up there, that's the tooth. That's where we're going. You got to get up on top of that mountain up there. From here, it looks more like Godzilla's back than it does a dragon tooth to me. I just love bouncing out on these pastoral walks like this. This is some of my favorite stuff. Any kind of balding areas, you know, you're just walking through the woods all the time on the AT. So if you get to pop out on something like this, it's really pretty cool. Just to let you know, I'm up to 41 through hikers. I've got 4 in the bag today. I decided that I'm not gonna announce every single one of them because it's getting kind of cumbersome. At least it was the other day, and I suspect that I'm probably gonna be seeing anywhere from 5 to 20, even more on some days. So I'll just announce it intermittently when I come back on for stuff like this. nice. I love cows. They're really cool. Very cool. Hey there. How's it going? You sure are pretty. Very neat. Look at them all. All right. Made it to Virginia 611. Now, when you get to this road, if you're going southbound like me, you turn left and you go up this road about 0.5, and that's where Four Pines Hostel is. It's a nice little hostel. It's a converted garage, donation based. Yeah, Mushroom slept next to a bunch of chainsaws over there last year. But it was nice. It was a nice stay. We enjoyed it. And then if you go down this road, about another 0.5, there's a gas station down there that serves pizzas and other things like that. So you can go down there and get food, resupply, get a meal, and that sort of thing. But we got to cross this road today, and we're going to go up this mountain. This is going to take us up to the Dragon Tooth. So let's get going here. I hear a car coming. I better get across the road. There's a good shot of the knob right there. You can tell it's the knob because there's a power line that goes right up almost to the summit, but it just kind of skirts it just a little bit. And then right over there, that's Tinker Cliffs. You can't really see much. It's kind of hazy. Pretty neat. Nice little money shot for you. The AT is always training you for something. And right now it's training us for New Hampshire and Maine. That's what this climb has been all about. And pretty much on the other side too. It's just rocky as can be on the other side, going down for me this year as well. This is about the spot last year where that young lady, she had to step up next to me because we were waiting for some hikers to come down or go up or whatever. And she smelled me and she took about 10 steps away from me right away. It was like she didn't even care what I thought. And you know what? I wore that stuff like a badge. That day I was the sheriff of stink. I was proud to be a stinky through hiker. All right, well, looks like climbing straight up the wall, Pomola Peak, you know, anywhere in New Hampshire, stuff like that. You just got to get her done. So let's get her done. Well, you just got to climb up on the tough stuff, and then you get a little reward. Nice little money shot there. Beautiful. Beautiful. There it is. The Dragon Tooth. That's another part of it over there as well. I think this is what they call uplift, because these are all probably sandstone. It was laid down like this, and then as the mountain got up, it got tilted straight up. And then just wind and rain erosion, wind and water erosion just have weathered them down, and it looks like a tooth. I'm pretty sure it's sandstone. Although this rock is really interesting. Here, look at this. It's got all these little, it's got some coloration to it and other things as well. It is beautiful though. Neat place. And you just step out right here and you get a little money shot. I'm not going to climb up there. I don't trust my knee right now. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty neat. It just feels all gritty and sandy, and you can just see the sand on the ground. Looks like sandstone to me. This whole area seems to be like sandstone central, where the Shennies seem to be more limestone oriented, although I think there were some patches of sandstone there as well. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it's just a surmission. We'll call it that. Okay, done climbing for a while, but I'm pretty sure the other side of Dragon Tooth is a rocky mess going down, except I'll be going down because I remember Mushroom and I complaining about how rocky it was to get up to Dragon Tooth last year. And then of course going down that mountain that I just came up, when we got to Four Pines Hostel, her knees were on fire. We were struggling then to keep those knees quiet. And of course, just a little while later, we got to Glasgow and they were on fire again. And then Waynesboro was next and decided to take that break. But everything was fixed and we came out and finished our hike last year. Pretty neat. So yeah, when you get up to the top, you got to take this little blue blaze to get down to Dragon Tooth. It's like 0.1, so tiny little blue blaze. Definitely worth the effort. Finally, out of the rocks and on some nice trail again. This next couple of weeks is gonna be a lot of rocky. You get up on those ridges and that's where all the rocks are. They're exposed anyways. There's rocks everywhere, but they're really exposed up there on the ridges. So you got to pick through them and they slow you down and you got to step on the right one. Make sure you don't turn your ankle over and cause yourself a big mess. But once you get down off the ridge, then the trail turns into a regular trail again. This little spot right here, all the way up to the top, the tippy top where I came from, this is just zigzagging all the way down here, just switchbacking all the way down. Mushroom found quite a few morels last year. I've been looking, but I don't have that eye. I just cannot see them, especially when I'm walking. Sometimes if I find one and I stand still, I can find more, but when I'm walking, I tend to just blow right by them. I might get lucky though. We also saw some horseback riders up here. I think they took a different trail, but they were back here in these pines and stuff, looking for them too. They weren't too keen on talking to us about if they found any or not, which is typical among mushroom hunters. They don't want to give up the goods on where they're finding them. But if you see people looking for mushrooms, you can probably bet that they're there, because they didn't just come up there randomly. They had found that spot some other time, and they're coming back to the same spot to look for those mushrooms again. I still think soil's too cold. I still think maybe another 5 to 10 days and we'll see it warm up well to the point where they'll start popping. Plus, we need a good rain. They won't pop unless you get a good rain too. All right, well, I'm coming down to the bottom, and right over there through the trees is what I gotta climb next. Next and last. That's the last thing I have to climb today. It's a pretty big climb, but it's kind of a glide up there. It's not real steep. So, and there's some switchbacky areas, I think, too. And kind of once you get up about halfway, it almost flattens out. So it should be okay, not too bad for an end of the day climb. And then I got to get up over to the Audie Murphy Monument, and then it is downtown to the campsite. But still, I got like 8 miles to go, and it's 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I am going to be hiking right up next to the sunset just to get to camp today, which is fine. I don't mind that too much. I'm just going to eat and go to bed anyways. All right. Getting close. This is a pretty neat pine forest, though. I love the pine forest. Pretty cool. Alrighty then. Let me get on down there, get on up there, get on down there. And if I see something in between, I'll show you what's going on. Well, I made it to the Audie Murphy Monument. I'm just going to put this up here, and if you want to read that, you can pause it. Audie was the most decorated veteran of World War II, and he died near this site in an airplane crash. A monument was erected in his honor, and you can see all the little trinkets that people have left in memorial to him. He was also a big movie star, you know, which when I came up here last year, I didn't know that. But yeah, he was a big movie star. It's too bad he died so early. I mean, he was born only 2 years after my grandpa. My grandpa flew a P-51D Mustang in World War II. My dad served in Vietnam. My dad told me one time that I was lucky that I never was called up to war, because war really changes you. And most of the time, not for the better. This is an overlook, but it looks like it's an overgrown overlook. Anyways, that mountain over there through those trees is where we're going tomorrow. Whew. I think I'm on my 18th mile right now. And I'm going to sit down on this bench for a minute, enjoy the peace and quiet up here. And then I'm going to climb down to the bottom of this mountain and set up my tent. It's starting to rain a little bit. It's supposed to rain a little bit, but it's not supposed to be a big deal. So we'll go down there and get set up here in just a minute. I'll check in when I get down there. Breakfast skillet from Peak. These things have a lot of calories in them. It's like over 1,000, I think. What? No, 680 for this one. Yeah, but still, these things have a lot of calories in them. And they're hard to eat. I'm trying to choke this thing down, but it's taking a while. And I'm losing light, so I thought I'd get this wrap-up video going here. There's my luxurious duplex. I'm thinking I'm going to be loving that tonight for sure. And Mushroom and I think we put our tent up right over there when we were here last time. Well, that was about a 20-mile day today. I didn't get started till late, so it ended up being a late end too. Got down here right at as the sun just kind of set behind the ridge over there. So it is what it is. I think it was a great day today. The Dragon Tooth was pretty neat. That's a pretty hard climb and descent off of that mountain, though. Either way you go, whether it's north or south, it's just rocky, rocky, rocky. And it's good training for New Hampshire, let's put it that way. I caught 8 through hikers today. That makes 45. And when I got up there to Audie Murphy Monument, I thought I was done with the through hikers, but I caught 3 more coming down the mountain. And I'm like, holy cow, these guys are still climbing. There's no water up here on top. They got to go all the way down the other side of the mountain just to get water. Maybe they had water on them and they were going to camp up there. I don't know. But man, they were still climbing right at the end of the day, 6:45. I'm passing 3 through hikers coming up the side of that mountain. That was pretty crazy. What's really interesting, though, is that I saw twice as many section hikers today. Probably 15 or 16 section hikers. A lot of them doing the Triple Crown loop. There's a loop trail that you can do that will take you through all the Triple Crown and I think bring you right back to the same place where you started. So that's pretty interesting, and might be something to do sometime as far as hiking is concerned. What else happened today? I saw a cow really close. That was pretty neat. But I think that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I'm gonna really try to push. I'm gonna try and get into Pearisburg by Friday, but right now the plan, as I have set it up, leaves me with about a 17-mile day to Pearisburg, and I'm gonna try and shave some of those miles off in the next 2 days to try and get there a little bit earlier. So that happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm going to give it a whirl and see how it goes. This is our last night for a while on the Blue Ridge. So tomorrow, well, just as soon as I get up, I'm going to start crossing over to the Ridge and Valley section. It's actually right over there. You can kind of see the ridge right over there. And going to climb up there and hike that until we get to Atkins. So that's going to be interesting. And I can't wait to get over there. I'm excited. I'm happy. I love climbing up over there, and I love walking those ridges. It's going to be fun. So I'm excited to do that. Already I miss Mushroom. It's really nice to see her. And we had a nice time with Mushroom and Mimi for the couple of days. We went out to eat with Second Wind and Stonehenge, and just enjoyed my time at home. And it's always just a little bit difficult to leave her. But the good news is that Mimi is going to stay with her all the way until I have to go back for my surgery in May. So that's good. She'll be having some company there, and they enjoy spending time together as well. All right, you guys, it's getting dark. I got to finish this food, and I still haven't set up my inside tent, so I got to get on that too. So y'all take care. I'll see you tomorrow. This was day 28, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, and good night, Mushroom. Take care. Bye-bye.